Yo, what's up guys, it's your favorite pro player Kash, and I am back at you guys today with a new video. And in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to air dribble efficiently and well in just under 5 steps. And remember guys, to drop a like, comment and subscribe. I see that 80% of you are not subscribed, so hit that subscribe button or I'm going to be a sad man. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first step for me, if you want to learn to air dribble, is being able to control the ball on top of your car. So my first tip would be just drive around in free play, make sure you've got a good control on the car, make sure you've got the ball where you want it to, and keep practicing this until you're comfortable with it and you're happy with how you're controlling the ball. Straight after this, the next step would be to just pop the ball up and face your car upwards. Nothing silly, just something simple. Make sure you pop the ball up not too high and just point the car up, because that's the motion you want to get when you're air dribbling. You want to be able to point up so you can catch the ball with the front of your car, and you also just want to be able to keep control. Control's the biggest thing with air dribbling, and I know that's what a lot of people struggle with. Yeah, so the next step for me would be just pop it up, just try and face your car upwards in the direction of the ball, wherever the ball's going. Just keep practicing this, pop it up, point your car upwards, nothing too hard, just to get that motion of what you would do when you would air dribble. You can air dribble from the wall, but we will get to that later on into the video. But for now, we're just doing it from the ground, because that's what is the most used way of air dribbling. And for the third step, you just want to pop it up, same as usual, point the car upwards and just try and follow it. Just one touch, that's all you want, just one touch. Not air dribbling yet. You just want to pop it up and make sure you get that first touch on the ball. Nothing too complicated. And I would say to try this until, once again, you feel comfortable with the control of the ball. You feel like you're getting a solid touch on it, not too far away from you, not too close. The biggest part of this, again, I'll repeat myself a lot in this video, but it's control. You want to make sure you've got the best control possible. You don't want the ball going too far away. You want to keep it close, because with air dribbles, if you hit the ball too far, you're just going to lose control, and the opposition will just get the ball. And let's be real, none of us want that. None of us need that. So once again, just simple pop up and face your car upwards and try to hit the ball. Very, very simple, but this is a very important step if you want to learn to air dribble. You don't need to air roll at all when you're doing this, especially with air dribbling. You literally just have to get the height on it, and then you can air roll once you've got control in the air. But yeah, just as I said, keep popping it up just lightly, nothing too goofy. Make sure you can keep control, and that's step 3. Now on to step 4. It's pretty much rinse and repeat of what we've just said, apart from you want to try and get more touches on the ball and make sure you keep it close. That's what you want. You just pop it up, pop up again, and try and hit it again 2 or 3 times. We're just going for multiple hits here. Just a pop up, follow it up, and just try and get 2 hits on it. We're not looking for height yet, we're just looking for the control, and that's the biggest part. And I'll show you again, just a quick little pop up, follow it, and try and follow it again. All of this is all control. You don't want to boom the ball, you don't want to hit the ball hard, you don't want to overcomplicate it, you just want to keep the ball close and make sure you've got control. That is something we'll go over a lot in this video. Control is one of the biggest things when you are doing air dribbles. Now for step 4, we're going to do this a little different, because there's a lot of different ways to air dribble, and you'll see a lot of players air dribble differently. It's going to be the same as the first step, which is just keep the ball on top of your car, but afterwards you want to flick it. Just a flick up. Get a flick up in front of you, high, not too fast, not slow, just a high, nice little flick in front of you. Sorry, I missed that one, I was a bit goofy there, but a nice little flick, just in front of you. Nothing too complicated. And keep this in motion until you feel like you've got a good enough flick as to where you can follow it up, because that's what you want when you flick it. If you're air dribbling, you want a nice little flick where you can just land and follow it up perfectly. That's what you want, that's what you need. I'll show you again. Nothing too hard at all, just a nice little flick up so you can follow it. And for the 6th step, for me, again, we're gonna be rinsing and repeating the steps from the last part. Nice little flick up, but this time we want to try and follow it and get a nice weak touch. Keep it close to you. That's what we want. A nice little soft touch just in front of you. Keep it close so we can keep following it up easier. And again, this is rinse and repeat. You want to do this until you feel like you can follow it up consistently. Get a nice soft touch and keep it close. Nothing too goofy, the usual. This is pretty much all rinse and repeat, because the more you do it, the better you get at it. And again, one more demonstration just for this step. A nice little flick up and a follow. And a nice weak touch, that's what we want. We don't want anything powerful, because that's just a boomer. That's not what we want when we're air dribbling. We want a nice weak touch. If I could flick the ball, guys. But keep it on top of your car Again, nice little flick up. That one's a bit too far for me, but then get a touch. That's all we want. We don't need to be fast. We just want to be consistent with the touches we get. That's what we need. And for the sixth step, we're gonna again, rinse and repeat. We just want to flick the ball up nice and high, fly up at it, weak touch. We want a weak touch, keep it close, and then just try and follow it again. Keep the ball as close as possible. That's what you want. And when you get the ball on your car, point it up, because you want to carry the ball. This is a very important step. When you are air dribbling, you want to keep the ball on the front of your car. You want to be under the ball so you can carry it. That's a very big step. So when you're air dribbling, make sure to pay attention to that, because that is the biggest part where people lose control, because they're not under the ball. Exactly like this. Just nice, simple, under the ball, keep it close, and follow it through. Again, rinse and repeat of all these steps, apart from we're just following through on everything now. We're just following through. We're flicking it up, and we're trying to follow. Nothing too goofy. Very simple. Now for the final part of air dribbling, I'm going to show you how to air dribble from the wall. This is a lot more complicated than doing it from the ground, because obviously the movements on the walls are a lot different and a lot more sophisticated. But for the first step, just roll the ball up to the wall. You want to roll the ball up to the wall and just get a nice little pop. Just a pop up, that's all you want, right in front of you. Let it float, make sure it's at a good enough distance that you can follow it. And again, just a nice little pop, nothing too hard, nothing too complicated. We just want to get that motion and get in the repetition of hitting the ball in the air in front of us so we can follow it. You want the ball in front of you so you can follow it easier and so you can get a good touch on it. That's, again, very important. And the reason you don't want a fast touch is because it just makes it more complicated to hit. The reason you don't want too slow of a touch is just because if you hit it too slow, it's going to be really difficult to follow. It's going to be hard to get the touch you want to get on the follow. But the next step for this, again, rinse and repeat from the other ones, but this is very important. You pop it up and just try and get one touch, a nice weak touch. Once again, with air dribbling, you don't need powerful touches. You don't need to get the ball too far away from you. You want to keep it close so you can catch it. Once again, a nice little pop-up. Just follow it once. That's all we're asking for. And again, rinse and repeat this step as much as you can until you feel comfortable and happy with the first touch you're getting after the follow, and you're happy with the pop. You want to combine the two. Just a nice little pop in front of you. You don't need to air roll, only to recover and to place yourself on the wall better after you get off the wall. Just again, pop it up, try and hit it once. That's what we're looking for here. And for the finale, guys, once again, we're linking all these steps up again. Just pop it up, get a weak touch, and try and follow it. You want to keep under the ball at all times, just so, as you can see, you're carrying it across the map. That's what you want. Air dribbles, it's important, and remember this is a very important point. Keep under the ball, and just feather your boost. You don't need to slam your boost. You don't need to overuse your boost. Just feather your boost. We don't need to be overzealous with this. We just want to keep it simple, keep control of the ball, pop it up, a nice weak touch, and just follow it through. And make sure you're staying under the ball. That's very important. That's very important, because if you don't stay under the ball, you're just not going to get an air dribble. The ball will fall to the floor, and in games, you're more than likely going to get challenged a lot faster. And again, nice little pop-up, weak touch, and just try and follow it through. That's what we're asking for. So yeah, guys, that is my tutorial on how to air dribble. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate all the support, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.